Like the general said, cybersecurity is a team sport. We all have to work together. And if you're like me, I feel a little less secure right now than before the talk. So please have your questions ready for the general, when we start our panel. I just want to take a couple of 5 minutes to add a few things here. My comments. First of all, actually, I really want to say this recent oil price decline, I think, is an opportunity for our industry, including, our friends from the oil companies in the audience here. I'm sure a lot of you, those who are from the refineries, you are smiling. You're certainly the biggest beneficiaries on the refinery side. But on the, oil field side also, it's an opportunity. Now, I think opportunity to automate, opportunity to introduce more automation, lower our costs. And certainly, many companies have not made enough investments in their plants for a decade or longer. I think the savings that you are getting from the oil price decline, I think it's an opportunity to invest in your plants. Now again, cybersecurity, we talked about it, and obviously in the Q&A we will talk more about it. And many of you attended the workshop yesterday, all day long workshop. I was there part of the time. It was very interesting. We need to get together and talk what we can do together to resolve this issue. And I think we have, for the last several years, we have talked about, some of the key technologies that we can adopt. As Peter mentioned, it's not easy, but you can get the elephant to dance, and technologies can help you to do that. Certainly the collaboration technologies for people, you can simplify your IT infrastructure using the cloud and the virtualization. And together, all of these technologies can help you improve the performance of your plants. We had a very good workshop yesterday, a standing room only, about industrial internet, the new frontier. Again, these are the technologies. Many of you are using remote monitoring already. And in the plants, we already have, most of your assets, devices are connected. I think internet technologies can help us take this productivity, actually reduce the downtime to another level. We have several sessions on Internet of Things over the next 3 days. And also I should mention is that we have a whole complete program about cybersecurity also, all the way going to actually Thursday morning. And when, in fact, our friends, several professors from MIT, they will be hosting a workshop on Thursday morning on cybersecurity as well, because they have some initiatives at MIT as well. Now, the biggest benefit of industrial internet, or Industry 4.0, as they call in Europe, is certainly to help us lower downtime, lower failures, lower the risk for our assets. And certainly it brings many other benefits as well. You can improve the productivity of your people, you can improve the asset utilization, and so forth. There are many, many benefits that I think we will explore over the next couple of days and various sessions. We have talked a little bit about the connected plant. Most of you are already starting to bring more and more information to the cloud, your private cloud. More and more of your business applications are now resident in the cloud. Now, what you can start doing, actually, obviously, once you have the information in the cloud, you have opportunity to use more powerful tools to analyze. You can bring your experts, analyze the information to help you actually, pinpoint the failures where you can improve the performance of your plants. And in fact, actually, you can do one more thing. Now, once you have the information in the cloud, you can selectively start sharing that information with your partners and suppliers because they know their asset the best. They can help you improve the performance of your assets. And in fact, actually, you can start also thinking about perhaps you can start connecting some of your critical assets inside or outside the plant to the internet directly. There are several benefits of doing that. It's much more cost effective to do that. And today, actually, you can buy field devices that you can connect one interface to the plant control system, other one also to the internet. Let me ask you, how many of you have already some of your plant assets are outside the plant connected to the internet? Any folks? Yeah? Quite a few of you are already doing that. Now, here is a use case. On an oil field off the coast of Scotland, this company, they are monitoring some of their critical assets over the internet. And they discovered actually one of the seal on the critical pump was ready to fail. And they didn't have the seal on the rig. So they were quickly actually able to ship a seal and a technician to the oil rig and replace it before it could fail, saving several $1 million. And mining company is doing actually monitoring the tires on the mining trucks. And as you know, mining trucks are very, very expensive assets. And they are saving actually millions of dollars by minimizing their downtime. Most of the oil companies, software companies right now, they're all busy, in fact, moving their software to the cloud. Any of you right now looking at buying any kind of business applications, you seriously need to take a look at running them in the cloud. You don't only have to pay them, you can pay by month, but most importantly, let the suppliers upgrade their software. You really know how difficult it is to, like the general mentioned, all those the patch Tuesdays. You don't want to face those patch Tuesdays anymore. Let the suppliers worry about that. And certainly I think that there are many, many benefits of actually moving some of your applications. Obviously, you can't do all of them, but some of your applications to the cloud, especially for the big companies, to the private cloud. Same thing, automation systems. We have actually big change going on. We have talked for, at least for the past 3 decades, we have several layers of the automation systems. Certainly those layers are getting compressed into single layer. Cybersecurity. Nobody worried about when they were designing control systems a decade ago or 2 decades ago about cybersecurity. Now cybersecurity has to be built in. Most of you right now have control systems, your safety systems, and your electrical systems. That means your systems, your people, have to learn 3 different types of systems. That's no longer the case. In fact, actually, you can all now combine them, integrate them into a single system, have a single user interface. So it can simplify the work, the learning curve for your people. And most importantly, it's more cost effective today to have your suppliers maintain, upgrade your control systems than your people doing them. And you can have your people focus on improving the performance of your plants. How is industrial internet going to impact a lot of the plants and actually all of us? In fact, we talked about add more sensors. You have more sensors, you're going to have obviously more data, you're going to need more tools to analyze the data. Obviously, interesting thing actually on the plane to here, I read that cars today, software adds about 10% of the value of a car today. In 10 years, software will comprise 60% of the value of the car in 10 years. And car companies right now are starting to download software to their cars to, fix bugs or actually add new functionality. The same can be done to the equipment in the plants or outside the plants. In other words, equipment, every product is becoming more and more like a software product. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to actually bring new, business models, service requirements, how you're working with your partners, your suppliers, your actually solution providers. There are new business models. The relationships are going to change. In the end, actually, what is the information-driven company? As Peter said, it's more Dow is addicted to technology. Increasingly, most of the companies got to get addicted to technology. It's not easy, but I think you got to, become more and more. Most of the industrial companies, for a long time, they have waited. They want somebody else, their competitor, try new technology before they adopt. You can't take that attitude towards technology today. You got to start testing new technologies. You got to start bringing new technologies to your plants. So I think in the end, I will leave it just, it's not easy. You can get that elephant to dance, and technology can help you. With that, let's have a half an hour break. Break is next door. And please, let's try to get back here in 30 minutes, 10:30, so that we can actually start our Q&A. Thank you very much.